Hey everyone, Giovanni Krista here. It's October, Friday the 13th, and I'm decorating my home for Halloween today. Oh, we jumping straight into it, keeping it simple and minimal. On my sofa, I'm just gonna add a couple throw pillows and a black chunky knit throw blanket to darken it up a bit and add some contrast. I really wanted to add some green pillows in the mix, but I couldn't find anything I liked. For the coffee table, I'm putting this aged distressed urn vessel, a green frosted glass candle, arched travertine coasters, and my AD book open to a black and white photograph of an old Spanish colonial house. A bunch of dried white button florals goes perfect in this jug. The narrow opening holds them close and standing tall. To bring in some spooky vibes, I'm gonna spread around some Spanish moss. Now let's do something with the media console. I'm bringing back the creamy pumpkin I used for fall decorating because it goes well with the neutral aesthetic. Adding pops of black with this frosted candle and these river rocks, giving this area a spooky outdoorsy feel. And with the added moss, even more so. In the middle, I'm laying out creepy cloth for texture, to create somewhat of a centerpiece for this display of white pumpkins with a 9-inch replica of a human skeletal head placed on top. And if that ain't spooky, I'm gonna add some more Spanish moss for that eerie ambiance. On this end, let's add a little height with this set of old creamy colored books and these ribbed candle pillar stands to hold the skeleton taper candles that look like large finger bones. And another realistic adult-sized skull, a little over 7 inches, I want to add in for another gothic vignette. You can never add too much moss, so let's set some here for that haunted house effect. Moving on to the reading area, ladies and gents, this is my favorite part. So I have this old dark wooden side table that I can put one of my large 12-inch candles on for a grand look. Here, I'm gonna showcase this unique 2-headed, life-size, 5-foot posable skeleton. He was such a good find, so bona fide. I'll link him down below for you, pro bono. I'm putting him in a pose to show fright, with a large green pumpkin on his lap and a realistic black feathered raven on his arm. I want to move this black canvas painting over to rest on this blank wall between the window and sliding door. That way I can bring out this more abstract, haunted looking painting that has a smoky white and gray look with harsh black strokes throughout it. And what's Halloween decorating without spider webs? It really makes a space look haunted, abandoned, and creepy. I can't forget to add some moss on the base of this candle, on this pumpkin, and on Mr. 2 heads are better than one. It makes him look like he's been sitting in that position for a really long time. Now I'm going to put together some of the faux stems I recently purchased to make a simple yet haunted bouquet. I like using these dried curly willow branches for height. And dead branches are perfect for haunted vibes. The different shapes and textures these stems have add the variety I wanted for an intriguing arrangement. I'm gonna add some moss here to dress it up. Some spider webs will definitely stand out against this black TV. The more you stretch out the webs, the more realistic they look. I'm loving how it's turning out so far with these creamy neutrals, the black contrast, and a few pops of green. I don't like leaving this end of the sofa with nothing, so I'm gonna put a woven basket here with some black beads flowing out. Adding dark and natural elements really helps tone things down. Let's hang webbing on this canvas too. The more spider webs you put around, the more haunted it feels. On my olive tree, I'm gonna put lifelike crows on some of the branches. Because crows really add to the spooky vibes of a space, don't they? Now that I have something to use as a coffee table, I no longer need this sofa table here, so I can finally take this back into my entryway to use as an entryway table once again. I missed having the convenience of having a place to set my keys and purse on when walking through the door. This will be extremely minimally decorated to keep it an easy entrance. So anyways, let's get to spookifying with this pre-lit black twig tree, a mud brown glass candle, this twisted old skull, and of course, this concrete tray for my keys. I'm gonna cover the round mirror with spider webs and sprinkle some moss on the decor for a mysterious appeal when entering. I chose decor with darker tones since the table is black. I didn't want too much contrast here. Now let's move into the kitchen/dining area, where on my counter, I'm gonna set these wicked Natraj branches in this vintage-inspired ceramic pitcher vase. The shelf above it, a handmade pitcher and coffee mugs with some broken stems of the dried white button flowers inside for a feminine touch. This 7-inch jawless cranium is a perfect frightening addition to this display, right? But let's make it pretty by placing a small bunch of dried dark brown baby's breaths right beside it and tuck some under its cheekbone. It's spooky yet chic. On the top shelf, let's bring in some touches of green with these faux succulents in small distressed wooden pots. I love the terrifying look of these branches. It's like something you'd see in a house that does obeah, right? For the other side, I'm putting my large brown cutting board with this white vase next to it to hold up my gorgeous berry bush hanging plant. Again, adding a pop of green to bring some life into the space. And on the top shelf, I'm introducing another raven into the mix, perched on this short round pottery. These items by themselves aren't very scary, right? but together help create a spooky and eerie environment. Now, the areas of the counter space where most of the food prep happens, I always keep the decor to a minimum if placing anything at all. So in this corner, I'm just gonna put a sliced tree bark with a bunch of small white berry stems, along with a wood chip pumpkin and some dark leaves from a vine. For the counter space on the other end, I'm putting a tan textured leaning base with some spooky moss spilling out of it. It kind of looks like something you'd see on an old pirate ship, right? Let's get to the dining table. For the centerpiece, I'm using my beige planter pot. No tablecloths here, so we're using a whole lot of moss for a similar look. I'm gonna put a tall bunch of those brown dried baby's breaths that I tied together to help them stand nice and high. Then I'm inserting some mahogany pods on sticks for drama and interest. This is such a strange bouquet that I thought perfect for the spooky vibes. The sun is setting, so let's light up these candles. Candles not only set the mood, but also cast intriguing shadows that intensify an eerie and mysterious atmosphere. Not to mention the aromatherapy. Now let me just walk through and show you the completed look. I've linked everything linkable down below if you'd like to add any of these pieces into your home when you decorate for the spooky season this year. I hope you enjoyed how I decorated with subtle touches for an understated Halloween vibe in my home. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Talk to you in the next video. Take care. Bye now.